about who else. Your customers are all over the place every day. Who are they consistently interacting with that you could go to them and say, hey, I would love to help you. I would love to take care of your customers. Let's do something together. Any ideas? Has anybody done anything like that? And this is the concept, the marketing concept that's one to remember as well. Market to those who serve the same customers you serve or want to serve. So what do you see in the picture? We already talked about businesses. I don't know if you can tell what that is. It's a school. Absolutely. Do any of you build relationships with the schools around you, or can you? We can in our area. Anyone else? So you do school screenings? Do you talk to the nurses? What do you guys do?
Yeah, I have as far as the whole city that we live in. All of it is we're members of the local honor club. So we may have students and stuff. Most of them don't know if they have state insurance or not. So I have all the nurses' names, emails, and everything. To send information. The majority of the nurses are customers now. Wow.
So I hope everybody heard her. She's saying that she communicates with the nurses on a regular basis, and most of the nurses are customers of theirs. So if you get the nurses, then who else are you going to get? I mean, I'm telling you, it works. We have been doing this. I'll show you some pictures in a minute that we're going to fly through so we don't run out of time. And what do you think this is a picture of? I have two sisters. One's a pharmacist, and one is a primary care physician, internal medicine physician. And so what we did, I was on a ski trip. I don't ski great, so I was reading a book and enjoying myself inside. And in this book it said, market to those who serve the same customers you serve. So they all come off the slopes and we're just hanging out talking, and Kelly says, what have you been doing? And I said, I'm trying to figure this out. I don't even really understand. Who could I go talk to? And she looks at me and goes, are you nuts? And I said, no, what do you mean? She says, as a primary care doc, and unfortunately for me, she's in Tennessee, I'm in Florida, so we can't work together on this. But she says, as a primary care physician, nobody ever comes and talks to us. We just randomly tell our staff, this person needs an eye exam, send them somewhere. So I go home from this trip, I put together a program, just the same, honestly, we use the same system we do when we go to the businesses. And we visit these primary care doctors. I map out the area in a 3-mile radius because we're a big city. And we hit them every 3 months with maps, with business cards, with pens, a mug, and we have a gift for the front desk. And there are laws that say you can't give them over a certain value in a year. I think it's $900. So we make sure it's not that valuable. And then it also, we have a separate little packet that we give to the referral person in the practice. And I can tell you it made a difference. The first year we implemented this, just from those people that came back with the map that we gave them to our office, that appointments were made for, we tracked it, which, forgive me for not saying right away, track everything you do, make sure it makes sense. But most of what we're talking about so far doesn't cost much. So here I go, we visit these primary care physician offices. First year, $132,000 we were able to track came specifically from that one activity. We visited 13 practices every 3 months, and now all of those doctors are patients of ours as well. So it doesn't happen overnight. Don't quit when you come up with a great idea. Don't go one time and say that was a bunch of baloney. It didn't work. Keep going and figure out what the key elements are. Remember what I said? 2 things you have to do when you visit these folks. Number 1, thank you. And number 2, consistency. So how do you say thank you? We went in and we would say thank you so much for referring your patients to us. We love being able to take care of them. Do you think they know if they're referring to you? No. They have no idea. Absolutely. They don't know because someone at the other desk is sending the patients, but they just nod their head and go, okay. And there's one more thing you have to remember when you do this, is make sure you're communicating back. Remember what we talked about? What is one of the pillars of a business that's growing and thriving? Consistent connection. So you've got to be connected with those people that are referring, as well as to your internal customers in all of these ways. Anybody work with a primary care docs? Yes. Yeah. But